Happy New Year from JB Outdoors.
Welcome to another episode of JB Outdoors. So Jeff, on Christmas Eve, my cousin had the opportunity to get his first deer. He's been hunting for a while.
Congratulations to him.
Man, yeah, congratulations, Josh. He's a firefighter. Thanks to all you first responders out there. You guys rock. Y'all are awesome. So he finished his hunt right, and he gets the deer in the truck, and then there's that little panic moment of your first harvest. What do I do? Do I go to a processor? Do I call somebody? Do I try to watch YouTube and do it myself? A lot of questions. So luckily he hit me up, and I was able to help him get this deer quartered, get it in the cooler pretty quick. As we were cleaning this deer though, he asked a lot of good questions, Jeff, and I thought it would make a great episode for us to talk about. And one of the good questions that he asked was, while we're quartering this deer, how many knives do I need to buy to do this? And I think it can get a little overwhelming, especially in the sporting goods department, because there can be a lot of knives that can be used during just not only the quartering of the deer to get it in the cooler, but actually in the deboning and further down the line when we're making sausage and stuff, different knives come in.
Quick disclaimer, you don't need this many knives. We can go through them all though and talk about it, but yeah, that's a great point that he brings up. When I started hunting, I remember I just used an old pocket knife that I had in my truck. Probably a 4.5 inch blade. It was dull, never sharp, made it tough. But one year for Christmas, I got the Outdoor Edge. This Outdoor Edge is one of my favorites. It comes in a nice, easy carry case. I did have the original. It hadn't been out for very long, and I got it for Christmas.
The old swing blade.
The old swing blade is a great Christmas present. That was a huge upgrade to the old pocket knife that I used, but I lost it, unfortunately. It cut a lot of animals, but I lost it. And this past year, I bought this one. This is the newer version of it. Comes in a nice carrying case. Inside the carrying case, you can see there's a lot of extra blades. Real sharp, razor sharp.
And those are replaceable too. You don't even have to worry about sharpening the knife.
That's right. You don't have to sharpen it if you don't want to. They do sell replacement blades. But this is the knife. And those replacement blades, they pop in and out real easy. There's a little side button there, you press it. You can switch out blades. I have found you can probably skin 2 or 3 deer before you need to switch out blades. Pigs, you probably can't get that many out of it, but you can close it up. And then on the other side, this is what I really like. This is where it's worth its money. This is the skin and hook part of it. It's not a sharp point on it, so you don't have to worry about cutting yourself in that regard. But it does get right underneath the fur, and it'll open them right up. Makes it a lot easier.
Jeff, this is one of my favorite knives that I've started using this past year. This knife right here is by Victorinox. It is actually a sheep skinning knife if you look at the definition of this model of the knife. Just like the sling blade where it's got that rounded edge on it, you're able to get in the skin and just, you know, open them up like a zipper with this, and you can really save a lot of time as well. The only challenge with this knife is it didn't come with any kind of a cover or a holster, which is kind of rough if you reach in your tote bag and you're trying to grab this guy out. So what I found to help along with this is this right here called Edge Mag. It's a magnet, and it actually, it's like a little envelope, and it folds your knife up in there, which is pretty cool. And I do believe this is made by Victorinox.
Very nice. That's nice. This is my favorite knife for in the kitchen. Once we get them out from the cooler into the kitchen, deboning. Walton's Inc. sells this one. I think it's about a 6-inch blade. It's not real long. It's nice and sharp. Good handle. Fits my hand nicely. This is my preferred choice. What do you like to debone with, Jay?
All right, Jeff. When we're in the kitchen, this is one of my favorite knives. This knife is by Dexter Outdoors. It's a 7-inch fillet knife, more for fish filleting, but I found it really good for deboning. I really like the flexibility of this knife because I can really get in and work along the bone line and be able to get a clean cut around the actual bone to pull those larger portions of meat off. This knife also has a lot of technology built into the knife handle. You can put it in hot boiling water and it gets moldable to your hand, and you can grip it, and it actually kind of forms the handle of this knife to your hand, so you'll have good control in the kitchen. So just
like the mouthpiece we used to wear in football, right?
That's right. Back in the Pee Wee football days, for sure. But yeah, this Dexter Outdoor 7-inch fillet knife, one of my favorites in the kitchen.
The next knife I'd like to show you is the Bubba Blade Chubby. This knife is my second choice in the kitchen. I prefer to use it not for deboning, but for once you have it deboned, you have those big cuts of meat that you need to get smaller for the grinder, or whatever it is you're doing with it. Real sharp blade, real thick blade. With all of the Bubba blades, it has the real nice non-slip grip. And you can press down real hard with your thumb right there if you need to. Even if your hands are wet, you're not going to slip with this handle. So this is a great choice.
Yep. Now, this is the knife I always carry in the back of my pickup truck because you never know when you're going to get the call to go hunting right at the end of work, right? So this right here is the old timer, which I know you probably alluded to earlier, the old timer pocket knife you had in your truck. Yeah. They've come a long way since just a pocket knife. But this kit right here is pretty cool. It's got your hunting gut knife on there. It's also got some bigger blades. For cutting back straps or whatever, and it also has this nice sharp pointed knife if you're trying to do a little bit of detailed work on the animal. Just depends on what kind of situation you're in. But this right here is what I really like, is that saw, that bone saw, so you can knock off those end hoof quarters, or you can also go through that pelvic bone to break that deer down just to get it in the cooler. So this is my tried and true that stays in the back of my pickup truck whenever we get the call to go hit the woods.
Yeah. All right, Joe, we've talked about a lot of knives tonight. If you had to pick just one knife to go hunting with, which one would you pick?
All right, so if you ask me, I'm probably going to reach across the party lines here, and I would go with the Outdoor Edge because I think it gives you both bang for the buck. You get the part where you can do the precise cutting, you can get the part of the blade that you can unzip the skin, and it's also a replaceable blade, so I don't have to worry about getting it sharpened. So if it was me choosing, I would choose the Outdoor Edge.
That's a great choice. That's my number one go-to. But once we get them into the cooler and then into the kitchen, I like my Walton's deboning knife. I'm comfortable with the 6-inch blade. This is my go-to in the kitchen. So, thanks for watching this episode of JB Outdoors. Leave a comment below. Let us know which knife is your favorite knife. Please hit the subscribe button. And as always, thanks for watching
JB Outdoors.